Hello and welcome to Jim's Tabletop Wargaming. In a previous video I showed you how to achieve a subtle green glow effect for the eyes using Waywatcher Green Glaze. As some of you may know, this has been discontinued by Games Workshop. So today I'm going to show you a couple of ways to achieve a similar effect using another Terminator model I have here. Now I have experimented with a few different colours over white to see if I could get as close as possible to the original in the top left. As you can see, the colour we want is somewhere between the two on the right, and the contrast paint was not even close straight out of the pot. So to start with, we're going to apply Waywatcher Green to an eye as a control to compare it to. As you can see on the palette here, it's not a very strong colour, barely even visible on the camera. I am applying this straight over two thin coats of Ceramite White. It should allow a lot of the white to still show through, with a green tint increasing in strength towards the recesses. Next I am taking a small amount of Moot Green and Warpstone Glow, roughly equal parts, and mixing them together on the palette. Now I'm going to add a small amount of water and then thoroughly clean the brush and start adding Lahmian Medium to the palette. This is a clear paint with no pigment to it, which allows you to create translucent effects when mixed with other paints. Rather than mixing this directly into the colour we have, I'm going to add it next to it on the palette and then slowly introduce our green to it. This will allow me to build it up and better control the strength of the colour. Now let's add this to the other eye and allow it to dry for a while. As you can see, the two eyes are pretty much identical. Now the other method would be to directly paint each colour onto the eyes separately, going lighter each time and finishing with white. Same colours used here minus the Lahmian Medium, we won't need it for this technique. Starting with Warpstone Glow, ensure we paint into the recesses around the eye as well. Then highlight with Moot Green, leaving a small gap around the edges for the previous colour to show through. And finally adding white into the centre of each, again leaving just a very small amount of the previous paints showing through. I'm just going to tidy up the areas where I've gone over with some black here so you can see the effect a little bit more clearly. And there we are. Two different ways to get a decent glow effect with Terminator eyes. As always, I hope you found this video useful. I've had a request to show some of the models of my collection and talk a little bit about my own personal 40k armies. Since we've recently passed 100 subscribers, I thought it would be nice to include a little questions and answers segment in that video. So if you have any burning questions that you'd like answered, please drop them in the comments below. I'll try and get round to all of them. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed, and I will see you next time.